Welcome back to another year at Solomon Schools. We're glad to come to you thanks to Eagle Communications and all that they do for Solomon, and coming to you on the monthly update. So we welcome you back to a new school year. It's amazing how fast summer flies, and we are in the swing of things after the Labor Day weekend, and we are off and rolling on another successful year. With me today, I have two of our new teachers to Solomon USD 393, and I welcome them to the monthly update. They're a little nervous, so bear with them a little bit. But with me to my right and in the middle is Anne-Marie Buckholtz, and she is here as our business and math teacher. And then Mr. Zach Douglas is here, and he is teaching a little bit of computers and business, and he's taking a stab at our robotics this year as well. So we're having him step out of his comfort zone a little bit there. So welcome both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Anne-Marie first, what brought you into the wonderful profession of education?
I started my college career with the intent of being an accountant, and then I decided I didn't want to actually do accounting, but I love the subject and I love business in general, so I wanted to teach people about it and get them interested, and then they can go be accountants.
That is awesome, because I wish there was more people that had stories like that, because our profession is sometimes takes a bad rap, and it shouldn't, because of the rewards that come with it. And so having an interest in the business and then coming back and doing it. So then there's that other part of math. What got you interested in maybe pursuing math as well?
I just love math, not calc or anything, but the stuff I actually understand. I think of it as like a puzzle, and that's how I think, so it just matches me really well, and I like challenging myself to get other people to understand it too.
Well, that's good, because a lot of times in math, that's the one subject that kids struggle with, or maybe not struggle, but they fear, because when they're lost, then they seem to be very lost. So we need people to think outside the box, so thank you for choosing math. Yeah. Mr. Douglas, you are also helping out and teaching a little bit of the business and a little bit of everything. What got you into the profession?
Yeah, so out of high school, I was a biology major with the intent of going into medical school, and I was doing that because everybody told me how smart I was and how much money I could make. In the back of my heart, I knew I always wanted to teach and coach, help kids either learn things I'm glad I learned or not make the same mistakes that I did. So that's kind of what got me here after 7 years of school.
Well, that's all right. Everybody has their story, and that's unique. Now, this isn't your first stop. You might tell everybody a little bit about your background and where you came from.
Yep, I taught 6 years at Southern Coffee County, southeast Kansas. Taught business and computers out there, coached a little basketball. I'm from Lindsborg originally, so that's how I ended up back here in Solomon, living in Salina. So I'm back home, which excites me very much. So
this year, what's your favorite subject so far in the short 2 weeks that we've been in school that you have on your class schedule?
Surprisingly, we get to go, well, it's Saturday, tomorrow, we get to go to the robotics competition, get it kicked off, get our kit. It's the class that most scares me, but it's also the class that most excites me. Like he said, I don't know much about it, but the fact of programming something to complete a task sounds fun. So I'm looking forward to it.
The viewers that have followed us through the years, we did a special last year on our STEM program and things that we've offered. So one of the great things about that program is the fact that students get so engaged, and we hope that they sort of lead the charge on it. And so it takes somebody behind the scenes, though, making sure we're pushing them a little bit to stay on task. So it'll be a cool experience. Definitely something that would make me nervous as well. I'm glad you're doing it and not myself, but it is definitely something that is rewarding. A couple of other things as we start talking about the year. Both of these teachers are going to help us out with FBLA, which is Future Business Leaders of America, and they've got some great things coming up. You might talk to everybody a little bit about your officers and how you guys are doing it and the things that you've already done and possibly things in the future.
One thing to plug right off the bat, we have a tailgate October 19th. It'll be a concession and tailgate. I'm not sure of the specifics yet, so that's one thing we've been working on. Another thing I'd say, we've put a lot of the responsibility on the officers to start out with, and helping us as new advisors figuring out exactly what it is that we're doing. So they've been great.
Anne-Marie, anything to add to the FBLA side of things? And and what you've learned so far about we've got a great, like you said, leadership team in the FBLA and the officers. So hopefully they've made it smooth. Anything else to add to FBLA?
We're just learning a lot. Luckily, the kids know what they're doing and are helping us out, probably more than we're helping them. But we're all supporting each other, and we have September sweeps coming up, which is something new to us, but it's basically about creating awareness of FBLA and getting more members, showing that we're recruiting and things like that. So we just went over that, and that sounds fun. So.
Well, good. I didn't get a chance to ask you, what's in your 2 weeks here, what is maybe some takeaways and some things that you've really enjoyed, your class, or something that might be unique to a small school, because your background is definitely a larger school, coming from 6A Manhattan, but what are some maybe experiences here that you've enjoyed in your short time?
The small classes, even my student teaching, I had more than 20 kids, 20 to 30 in my classes, and there's still classroom management, but I'm appreciating the smaller numbers, hovering around 10, 13, and forming a better relationship with them. I have time to talk to everyone, which is new to me, so that's really exciting. And not being their friend, of course, but being a trusted adult, and they've opened up to me, and it's nice.
I think that's one of the great things about Solomon, is the fact that you do get a chance to create the relationships in any small school, and that's kudos to our Board of Education in making sure that when we do have class sizes that get up there, and like you said, would you say 20 to 30, possibly 20, in a class, 25 to 30, so 30 would be unheard of around here. So we're so grateful that, you know, just like in our elementary school, we were just trying to decide between 20 to 25, do we split a class, and they made that decision. So that's a great thing. So well, we're excited that both of you are here and both of you have chosen Solomon. I know that it's great to see some new faces and new ideas and some excitement, and we're so glad that you chose Solomon. So thank you both for being a part of the very first 2018-19 Eagle update. So I'll let you get back to class, and so best of luck to you on the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Are you frustrated with Wi-Fi dead zones in your home? It happens when you don't have Boost, the cutting-edge Wi-Fi solution from Eagle Communications. The Boost-certified Eagle technician maps your home, then installs a dual-band modem and router, plus discrete access points to deliver wall-to-wall Wi-Fi with no dead zones. Boost powers all your family's devices in all the places you love to live. Get Boost. Wi-Fi made simple. Only from Eagle Communications. Call today.
Welcome back. You had the privilege of meeting two of our new teachers to the district, and we are so excited about not only those two, but all of our new employees. It has been a great start to the year, as you can tell by their enthusiasm and a little bit of nervousness, but it is great to see them in action and in the classroom. It is a unique opportunity to where we have a math teacher and a business teacher, and allowed us to expand our offerings here without really taking on a new position and adding a new employee. So people like Anne-Marie and Zach, who come with computer science and business both, or math and business, in a small school, we're always trying to look at those things to where we can provide more opportunities for our kids. And so we're very fortunate that they chose us and that we had the opportunity to have them come to Solomon. That's one of the things that's difficult as we look beyond just Solomon schools, is that the teaching is such a great profession, and we need to get that message out. And it is truly a rewarding profession, maybe not one that is lucrative as far as financially, as they alluded to, but is one that intrinsically the rewards go on for a lifetime, and their impact lasts a lifetime. And so I appreciate those that have chosen it, and some of them it's their first stop, and some of them, like you noticed in Zach, you know, this is perhaps their second stop, and hopefully for both of them, hopefully it's their home forever. We hope that they make it a permanent place for our students and our community. Some other things that have happened to start the school year that have been really a great thing. You know, we had enrollment in late July, and numbers were pretty steady and looked pretty good, and we were excited about where we were at. And then, you know, we get a week before school starts and in-service is coming back, and we had about 17 new students show up, and which is great. It's a great thing to have. It creates a great problem, such as hiring another bus driver and adding another route, and it has been a great thing to see the enrollment go in that direction, and that is a tribute to, you know, our staff and the things that they're doing, and people are wanting wanted to come come here and to educate their child. And you could see with the small class size, that makes a huge difference in the relationship piece. So we're excited that the enrollment is up and everybody's in the swing of things after Labor Day. And you know, you get into what you might say the daily grind and to the actual learning, I would say, and they're into hopefully a little bit of homework and projects and in their first test, you might say. Our new this year is also our 5 through 8 junior high. They are starting next week their project learning. Project-based learning activities they'll begin, and so they've sort of developed their base, and now they're going to expand upon it and doing some longer projects. And so we're curious the takeaway from that. And they went to some training. Our 5th through 8th grade teachers, they actually went to training in Texas on project-based learning this summer, and bringing back the skills and the knowledge from that conference and using it in the classroom. So we're interested to see how that is and how that might impact the rest of our school district. But it's something that, stay tuned, we'll get back with you. In fact, we're probably going to have them on an Eagle update here in the near future, so you can actually see what project-based learning is all about. It has changed through the years, and it's funny how it comes full circle. Many of the things that we talk about today were done, you know, 20 years ago. It's just done a different way with technology in today's day and age. New also is the website. We alluded to that at the very last Eagle update in May, and the website's off and going, and it's great because it can sync to your smartphone, and there's also an app for that, as they say. There's an app for that. There is an app for it. Search for it on the Google Play or on the Apple Store, and you will get notifications and updates. It'll even take you, if you can figure it out, it'll actually have a map on how you get to a certain activity, whether it's a music concert or whether it's a football or volleyball game. So that's out there, and we encourage you to use it and reach out and become informed on what's happening at USD 393. A couple other things I want to hit on, and one is our second breakfast opportunity, and we hit on that a couple years ago in the Eagle update, and we'll probably hit on it again, but it is amazing. I just got done visiting with our food service director, and our second breakfast numbers are up 60 based upon from last year, and so we have a lot of kids that are taking advantage of that second breakfast, and that's something that we want to give a shout out to OPA, which is our food management company that we use, and they've done a great job. And also I think it's catching on is that, you know, some students don't eat at 7:30 in the morning. Some of them like to eat about 9 o'clock, and so we're seeing our numbers up there, and that's something we haven't had. We've had it for the last 3 years now, and it's really taken off, and something that our kids are, hopefully when they are well nourished, then they're more engaged in the classroom, and something that we'll see positive outcomes in the classroom as well. Last but not least, it is that time of year where the activities are in full swing, and we've had a great start to our activities. Our band is heading to the State Fair on Monday, so they'll be participating down there. I think they are scheduled to march at 9 o'clock on the fairgrounds, and so that will be great for them, a great experience. I know that our football competes tonight at Wakefield. They won their first game of the year. Our junior high is off to a 2-0 start. Junior high football is. They won last night over Bennington, beat Wakefield the first evening. Volleyball is off to an awesome start as well. They are 8-1 on the season. They host the Solomon Invitational tomorrow. And I tell you what, things are looking really good with our volleyball, high school volleyball and football teams. Junior high has extraordinary numbers, playing an A, B, and C schedule, and so it's great to see the participation up in our junior high and everybody involved in a fall activity. Our cross country might be small in numbers, but they have personal PRs and are doing extremely well thanks to Coach Norgren and all that he is doing. They competed at Tesket, and due to the 6 to 8 inches of rain at Washington County, they were unable to compete yesterday. They didn't want them on their golf course, of course, so they were rescheduled, and they'll get back in the swing of things next week. Our cheerleading, I got to give a shout out to our 2 cheer coaches. They are doing a tremendous job. Wendy Pratt and Cassie Krause are doing a great job with our cheerleaders, and the enthusiasm up. They've got great ideas this year and some things that they're going to be doing with the cheerleaders and have already done with the cheerleaders. So those are the things that happen during the summertime, and then all of a sudden you're off in the full swing of activities, and they're already competing themselves, and they're ready to go. So we thank them for their early morning practices and all that they do for our school, and to bringing the pride and the spirit to the Solomon Gorilla patrons and community and students. So You know, it's that time of year. We're excited about everything that's going on. We're proud of all that's happening. Homecoming comes around in October, the first weekend in October, and so the kids are engaged in classroom activities. Our teachers are off and rolling and doing a great job. And we are so thankful that we can come to you every month and share with you some of the great things that are happening. So I want to thank once again Eagle Communications for giving this opportunity. Thank you for the community and to parents and patrons for watching it, and to our students for such a great start, and our staff for such a great start. Until next time, we'll see you in October.